Mojave Rattler sugar-free energy drink today, which I don't encourage anyone to drink energy drinks. But I don't know, I had a couple of Robcasts that I needed to knock out. So I thought I would get my energy up just a little bit, do a little bit of cardio, a little bit of puff pass, and a little bit of an energy drink, maybe to get into some sort of a hillbilly flow state to bring you guys some righteous motorcycling facts, opinion, or whatever. Yeah, I'd stopped off at a little store in Alvin to get a Wildcat energy drink, sugar-free also. Sugar's terrible, man. Stay away from it. Live for your mind, your body, and your spirit, guys. And all of these things, man. It helps whenever you ride. So anyway, I went to get an energy drink, and I was on my way out, and I see, and it looked like, and it was a metric motorcycle, and it looked like a Roadstar, but it looked like it had a VMAX engine on it. I saw 4 carburetors. I was like, what the fuck is that? And I still don't remember what it was, but the gentleman, he was sitting on it, and I know he was a police officer, and I knew this, and he wasn't his off duty, and he may have even been a retired police officer, but however, no, he had a badge on his vest. Anyway, cool guy. I was like, man, what the fuck is that motorcycle? That's badass, dude. I mean, I'm sitting here looking at a fucking cruiser with a VMAX engine sitting on it. And he was like, yeah, I use it for escorts and stuff like that. He had just put new tires on it and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, damn, dude, I bet you can't even open the throttle on this motherfucker around town, can't? He's like, oh, no, I don't. You have to just, like, creep this sucker around town. But he said, let me tell you something, man. This motherfucker opens up between 200 250 miles an hour. Now, I was like, what? Just think about that for a minute, dude. This motherfucker rides. Again, I'll get with that. What is the Roadstar Dragstar with the VMAX engine? Yeah, it had a damn big fucking V4 on it. And, yeah, nice bike. See, I can appreciate things that are built for speed. I can appreciate things that are built for the handling. You know, like that new BMW 1000. Or that new Ducati. And I heard also that MV Agusta was going to be sold. Or they may be selling MV Agusta. Who's going to buy them? And hopefully they do something with that, man. And keep respect to the Agusta name. Because wives tell, old story I heard about the MV Agusta back in his racing days was that at the end of the racing season, so no one else would steal his technology, he would take his race bikes and he would bury them underneath the racetrack. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but so no one would get any of his old parts, any of his old frames, any of his old hand-built shit that he made, he buried it. So is that a true story, guys? Can we look into that and see? Do you all know? And yeah, so a lot of good entry-level bikes. If you're getting into the market, we may have talked about them a little bit before, but we got Honda has got the new Rebels. The new Rebels, instead of being a 250 and a 450, now they're a 300 and a 500. And they've got their own cool-looking little style, you know. They look like, I mean, they totally did a good job of reinventing themselves. But the one that I'm really excited about is the BMW 300. BMW's got a new 300cc, and it looks like a little Street Fighter. And I think we'll have to check on the price on that one. But there's also that new Kawasaki Z, I think it's called a Z125. Pardon me. A Z125R, I think that's what it is. But it's a new little street fighter that's only about $3,000. And it would be such a cool bike if you needed just to like get to college, if you get there the back way, or if you lived on campus and you had to get around, or just go, get to work and back. If you work right around there, it would be cool. Like if you live in the city and you need to get right to somewhere in the city, it'd be cool. However, it's not something that you would want to get on like on the freeway or anything like that. Any of these small bikes. And I think that the world will definitely be a little bit safer of a place for motorcycles to ride in once all of these cars are equipped with all of their autonomous cameras and scanners and infrared and all of that kind of technology. The thing too, though, is I wonder if the police are going to be like technoed into all this stuff. Because, look, speeders are going to stick out like a sore thumb from now on. Once these cars are on the road, they're only going to be able to go the speed limit per, programming on their computer, as well as your autonomous motorcycle once it's equipped with all of this kind of stuff. And yes, they will be able to equip your motorcycle with the sensors and the scanners and all of that kind of stuff so that it can detect and do its thing. Because at some point in time, you're not going to even be able to get on the road unless your vehicle has all of this updated equipment on it. Like, how we have a safety inspection now, 10 years from now, you're going to have to, literally, your motorcycle will be able to just fucking drive you somewhere. You can be sitting there on your phone or doing whatever. And everyone else is going to be doing the same thing. So, at what point do we just become a bunch of big fat slobs that don't do anything at all for ourselves? Oh, man. We'll just get on our bikes and go for a long fucking ride, man. Forget about all of this internet bullshit. Unplug. I tell people, man, unplug, go catch a fish. You know what I mean? You don't have to put it on Facebook for it to be real, man. And it's cool to see Travis Pastrana doing, great things. Like he started his own X Games, but I think it's called the Nitro Circus World Games or something to that effect. But I watched that, I don't know, I guess about a week ago. And it's really cool, man. That he's not actually performing. He's actually the CEO or the chief person, the head operations manager, whatever you want to call it. And that's pretty exciting to see what he's got going on with extreme stunts and his Nitro World Games, to where he lets, he has open trials to where a lot of people that would not get to compete in, let's say, the X Games or whatever the other ones are, the Do Tour, the X Games, and there used to be more, I guess, extreme sports type related events. And Travis Pastrana is doing a great job of, expanding the sport and including things like, well, he had the BMX, the stunts, the single stunt, and then the multiples. And then he had of course, he had to have the motocross, the motorcycles. And then he had skateboarding. Did he have skateboarding? Yeah, he had skateboarding. And then he had the two that have everyone else haven't given a whole lot of respect to. And he had rollerblading in the Nitro Circus World Games, or I might be calling it the wrong thing, but something like that. But yeah, he had rollerblading and scootering, and extreme scootering. So you have to check that out, see what you think about it, and see what's going on with the next Nitro Circus World Games or Nitro Circus X Tour or whatever the fuck it's called. But yeah, mad respect to Pastrana for continuing to move forward and advance extreme sports, because we all know some of us don't have that thing inside our head that says, do not ride a wheelie, do not do a burnout, do not race this other person that's in a car that thinks he's faster than you on a motorcycle. Some of us do not have that thing inside of our head that tells us that's not a great idea, because in our peripheral vision, what? Yep, there's that state trooper just doing his job, and whenever he sees you leave the light and you're on one wheel, oh yeah, that never looks really good. Or he sees a big white cloud of smoke whenever you do a burnout, never a good sign. But yeah, definitely it's been raining here. It's been not very good weather in southern Texas. However, we've got, it looks like to tomorrow, Friday, it looks like it's going to clear up. And man, hopefully it's a sunny day, Saturday. We may get a couple of motorcycles together and take a trip down it's called the Blue Water Highway. It's not a highway. It's a 2-lane road that goes down the Texas Gulf Coast, and it's right. I mean, you can literally see the ocean to your right when you're traveling to Galveston Island from where we're at. So we're gonna try to take us a little kickstands up at dawn and make a trip down to Galveston Island. Maybe get something good to eat, and down the old Blue Water Highway, and see what the beautiful Gulf of Mexico looks like Saturday. And, it's really not about where we're going to eat. It's about the ride, getting there and getting back, and just getting on the road, man, and forgetting about all your cares and your worries, except for the fact that I know I need to put new tires on my bike at some point really soon, the one we'll be riding Saturday. Oh, man. But we'll worry about that when the time comes, right? What? Nah, they got great tread on them. I'm not worried about that. They're holding air. Wow, yeah. So, speaking of highways in the ocean, man, how fucking beautiful is that? The Pacific Coast Highway, I guess it is. Or what is it? Right there in L.A., where you got all the people that are on the beach, and you can see the Pacific Ocean, and yeah, that would be nice. Cruise down there. I might not come back, dude. If I made it to Los Angeles, California, the old zombie might just plant roots and stay there, fellas. And that's a fact. Got nothing against the Californians and hey, there are bad people everywhere. I hear stereotypes about Texas every day, but it's not going to cloud my judgment about other people or make me have a bad opinion. I think every man's created equal until you sit down face to face and talk to him for 20 or 30 minutes or an hour or however long it takes to break down that shell with someone. A lot of times, some people that you might think are an asshole just from judgment or opinion might be one of your best fucking buddies. You might be that one person that get through to their thick ass skull and fucking talk some sense into them. You know what I mean? Everything comes around full circle. We don't like each other because we're the same. We like each other because we're different. That's why men like women. You know what I'm saying? Fuck. So yeah, fellas, I'll tell y'all some funny stories, but first I'm going to tell you, a couple of the only reason that I get excited, the reason that I'm gonna do the head knock, tap my helmet if I see someone riding without one. You should do the same thing. Knock on your head, give them a peace sign, and then knock on your head. Look, man. There's so many elements out there that are beyond our control, okay? We've all been going up around we've got the 610, the Ship Channel Bridge, and every single one of us that have gone over that bridge daily going to and from work have picked up something off of a big truck, out of the back of a truck, that has hit our car, hit our windshield, or the tire of a car in front of us has kicked up something. So, as a motorcyclist, you have to think